I would definitely recommend the documentary program. Overall, it was eye-opening, you know? Not just because of everything that you learn, but I feel like the whole filmmaking process, especially going through it for the first time, you end up learning a lot about yourself. It makes you ask yourself a lot of questions as to why I'm doing this. Is this the right thing for me? You know, am I going to be able to make it when I get out of school? You know, are there jobs out there? Is there a way to make a living? During the course of the year, I did about 7 projects. The films start really short, only about 2 or 3 minutes. And the first one that we made was with no sound, shot on an old black and white film camera. And then you're gradually building up to longer and longer projects. And you know, the thesis film, most people's thesis film is between 20 and 30 minutes. And that's, you know, shot on state-of-the-art HD cameras. You really do learn by doing. I mean, you learn from your mistakes, you know? And I felt like at some stage, I felt like I was the king of mistakes. One of the things that I loved about the program was just the international sense. And I started in January, and we had 10 people and we represented 8 countries. And so when you get in a position where you're discussing film and what's important in film, I found it to be extremely beneficial to have such a global perspective. There's certainly a community around NIFA, not just while you're in school, but once you get out of school. I'd say, you know, 80% of the jobs came from, you know, the network and the community surrounding NIFA. Soon after I got out of school, I started working with Philip Shane, who was a co-director and editor of Being Elmo, and that had won a grand jury prize at Sundance. Tony Gerber was another filmmaker who had come in here and shown a few of his films. And when an internship opened up at his production company at Market Road Films, I just jumped on that right away. You know, started working for him. I was interning there for 3.5 or 4 months or so. And I left for a month to go to New Zealand for a different job. And then when I came back, he was interested in hiring me, not full-time, but part-time as a production coordinator and equipment manager. And so I've been working there since then. So one of the first films that I started working on at Market Road Films premiered on National Geographic Wild just about a month ago. Essentially my role with the Snow Leopard film was pre-production research, and then I was also responsible for packing out all of the gear for the shoot team before they left for Afghanistan. A couple of the projects that I'm working on now at Market Road Films are, well, we're in development on a few things for National Geographic, one of which is a film about climate change with James Cameron. And we don't know if that's going to go through yet, but it would be pretty exciting if it did, of course.